How's this match gonna shake out? It's gonna be exciting to see.
Let us begin.
Time to play.
Round one. Fight.
The fight's now underway. This is Vicious with the play-by-play. Goes for the low kick. Picks up some damage with a long-reaching attack. Trips him up. Uncomfortable space here. Can they clip each other on the edge? Checks with the projectile. Now they get pushed into the corner, where it's going to be very difficult to escape. Player 2 has them legit shook in the corner. A drive rush to try and keep up the attack. Super Meter is looking bare right now. Will they try to hang back to stock up or continue fighting? I want to see how they manage their SA gauge here. Takes the chance to hurt him. Decides to buff up while they can. Throws them to negate the block. Player 1 is in burnout. Drives off the table. Somehow pushes back all the way to center stage. Burns the drive gauge. This is the perfect range to reach out and tag them with something. Player 1 in trouble with no drive. Sees it coming and blocks it out. Buffs up. Tender ring hits home. They don't need to go for anything big. Even a light tap can be in there. Player 2 picks up the first round. That'll give them a psychological advantage.
Round 2. Fight.
Overdrive art? Are we going to see some fireworks here? Drive rush to keep it going. Okay, so you can use drive rushes just like that to launch attacks from much further away. Player experiencing burnout. Breaks the block with a throw. Player 1 holding on to that corner advantage. Oh, they're in the corner now. No running away. Chases them into the corner and will now look to do some damage. Level 3 super. Spending that meter like it's nobody's business.
That felt good, didn't it?
Player 1 is working with a... Ooh, what a smart throw. There's a change of sides. Now they can use drive. Has to correct them. Gut punch. Player 2 can't use any drive. This is the flatline zone. Here we go. What are these fighters going to do? Finds the time to squeeze in a buff. Checks with the projectile. Not much damage dealt so far, but they may be looking for an opening to run with. How are they going to deal damage? What's the play here? Still slugging it out here. The impact gets blocked. Blocks the impact, but they're still pushed back. Player 1 doesn't have a lot of drive gauge to play with. Not a good thing. Sees it coming and blocks it out. Player 1 needs to deal with this burnout. Sticks the jump in. Taking stock. This is gets him. Player 1 on the board first with the win. They'll want to keep the pressure on.
Round 2. Fight.
Burns the drive gauge. Jump. The drive impact is denied. You can block impact, but you're going to lose some drive gauge when you do. Player 1 will have to deal with this dangerous bout of burnout for a while. Out of drive gauge. Now's the time. What'll happen here? Checks with a medium kick. Goes for the fireball, which is very strong at this range. Fights out of the corner, back to the center of the stage. Their life is hanging by a thread. They gotta lean heavily on breaks it. Life lead is there, but still anyone's game. Looking for a hole, gotta do better than that. There's a burnout. All in with a rush. This can lead to some flatline zones. This is the final round. Expect to see some fireworks.
Give me a little bit more.
Final round. Fight.
Opens with a jump in? This is it. Who's gonna take it all? They were expecting that drive impact. Excellent block to shut out the impact. Max SA gauges, unbelievably in sync with the chance to score big here. This is where smart meter management is going to come into play. Our fighters will need to tread carefully.
Come on!
Ooh, Ooh, what a smart blow!
Getting it all on the high ground. Uh-oh. This could really tip the scale.
That felt good, didn't it?
Drops the chandelier, burns out. Player one, oh my god, what a throw tech. Hits the drive. This is a frost super hard incoming. Will this be enough to kill? Are they dead? Oh, they're dead. What a way to close it out.
All right, first round. What's going to happen? Almost had it, but he gets blocked. Blocks the impact, but they're still pushed back. Plenty of time left. How's the match gonna play out? They gotta escape from the corner before the pressure builds up. Player 2 has them legit shook in the corner. Gets the jump in. You can open up chances to do big damage by baiting something out, getting that opening, and then jumping in. Both fighters may be looking to risk going in with an empty SA gauge so they can fill it quickly. I want to see how they manage that SA gauge here. So they break forward to pressure the opponent. Taking stock. Player 2 is almost dead, but some clutch drive moves and a few prayers could turn this around. Gets some. Player 1 picks up the first round. That'll give them a psychological advantage.
Round 2. Fight.
Starting off with fireballs right from the get-go. Decides to buff up while they can. Shoots off a fireball up close. You know their fireball game is solid because they're only throwing it when their opponent can't jump them. Brushes off the impact. You can block impact, but you're going to lose some drive gauge when you do. Player 2 creates a good corner opportunity.
Burnout activates.
Player 1 holding on to that corner advantage. How much damage can they deal before the opponent's drive gauge replenishes? Out of drive gauge. Now's the time. Going in? Oh, says no to the impact. Blocks the impact. Player 2 can't use any drive moves without burning out. Their spacing is so on point right now. But who's nice counter? Player pairs in overdrive shorty. Ooh, you never know what can happen here. Rock super hard incoming. Oh, looking for the definitive end to this round with a level 3 super.
Good, didn't it?
Put them on a t-shirt with that finish. We're going into the final round tied up. Which fighter has it in them to grind out the win?
Final round. Fight.
Player 2 is mounting a comeback. What else is up? The throw is denied. Player 2 close out the last round with a super. They spent that cash, but will it come back to bite them? We have a spin whip. They're wide open. There's the drive impact that's going to lead to a juicy punish counter. That's how you force your opponent to do what you want so you can get a punish. All in with a rush. Their drive gauges aren't full. This means less resources to use when an opposite draw super hard incoming. Carried to the corner. This may be bad news. Player 1 has links it. Player 1 is in burnout state. Perfect execution with the anti-air. What are they gonna do? The low kick hits. What a finish! Gotta hand it to both of our fighters. They put on a real clinic for us.